fun, or what mean it's about the means of distribution. If like, I want to distribute online to people, then I go to WebGL, the browser way, like using the library 3JS to like, create these things. So you can just share a link and people have access to it. But it's more like, event-based thing. Then I like using Unity because it is a very easy to use editor. Like, it is fun to use, and it has lots of capabilities basically. But like, it is not, it's not hard, but like it's a little bit more harder to distribute, or you have to be more planned basically, versus everyone has a browser and can open a link. Also another thing is like a little bit fidelity. At this with my like skill set, I can get a better quality of things in Unity, which is important sometimes. But it's like those two, I'm comfortable either way, like, for most projects. And for the sound, it's a little bit interesting for the sound because, like Unity I love Unity, but its sound creation capabilities are pretty limited. So most of the time I like, link another thing between like the Max MSP, which is like a live performance tool. But that makes things like, that makes the overall product more harder to deploy or send to others, for example. But on the other hand, browser has its like, own sound creating capabilities that are very, very kind of like low level. But if you put enough time, you can get very high fidelity sounds from that too. It's but yeah, I use like one of those. Like I use lots of like using the sounds in the space to mix into like exhibition, like, capturing the sounds from the space and processing that and playing back. And I also sometimes like to feature my like own like compositions, like playing guitar as part of the experiences, like,
So
but those sorry?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to ask about some other popular sound tools like Serato, for example, or Ableton or things like that. Do you ever use stuff like that to record your music?
I use Cubase as a digital audio workstation, which is like, if you think about Ableton is designed to do things in live, this is more like, when you are not moving around and like, it's it can do more, but also not as flexible to do things live. I must use like, some interaction rather than like, real performing through, like I have my own system. So I don't necessarily need, something like Ableton, but I use lots of soft synthesizers, like either pre-made or like the ones that I kind of create, and, like most of the time it's like a part of the installation. That the thing could be sometimes a, musical instrument actually.
Cool. Do you make your own instruments?
Yeah, digital. Like one of them was like I made like a half dome in VR that's around you. So it's like composed of multiple hexagons. Like, each one's a separate note. So you activate it by touching to it, for example.
Oh, that reminds me of an installation I saw at Meow Wolf. Have you been to Meow Wolf?
No, I read about it. It's an exciting place. Yeah, I would like to see it one day.
I bet you would love it. There's a room where you bang on different things and you can make music with it, but it's not virtual. It's real, but it's still pretty cool. It reminds me of what you're talking about. So you just mentioned a lot of tools. Some of them I'm familiar with, some of them I'm not. Generally though, I think it's pretty exciting to see how new tools and technologies for creating art evolve, right? And how fast they evolve sometimes.
Exactly, how fast. And like there's lots of, most of them are very easily accessible. Like, it's not like there is only one tool and that is like only the one that professionals use and it's just cost huge amounts. Now there's lots of versions. Maybe not all of them are perfect, but there's always one that works for your needs that's like, free and you can